Now, going back to one of my earlier comments. Oh, here we go. Spellseed Eldritch Soulbrand. Caster takes 10 points of health damage while restoring 10 points of magic and stamina per second for 30 seconds. I'll learn it, but I probably won't use it. What I was going to say is, if the Shades are going to use weapons, I almost wish in that case they would use bound weapons. That way it still kind of feeds into the ethereal, ghostly essence that they have. And I know ghosts in Skyrim use regular weapons all the time, but the Shades being kind of from the void, I feel like having them not using corporeal weapons would maybe work a little bit better. I think the mod is still getting updates though, because it was updated this year. It was updated as recently as February, but I think it released either last year or even the year before. I don't think it's getting any major expansions or anything, but, you know, some content updates, just some fixes, some patches, stuff like that. I'm just trying to loot things while I remember where they are. That way I don't have to backtrack. Spellseed Trident, a spear of blazing void energy, dealing 90 points of damage to health, magic, and stamina. Boom. That's gonna replace the Namira one for me then. Although it is an expert level spell, so that's gonna use a lot of my magicka, so I will have to use that sparingly. Maybe not as sparingly if I use the Namira potion too. Before I get too sidetracked by other locations, let me just go ahead and go towards the storm. Go towards my actual objective, because I'm assuming a lot of the rest of the quest will have me explore the rest of this chamber as well. This is going to be the most specific thing for me to be excited about ever, but I'm really excited to record the intro for this Skyrim Saturday, because I feel like this whole area just has some really great cinematography for like the more cinematic intro. Like, look at that! That looks great. That looks so cool. Once again, especially with the darker, dimmer lighting too. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, there's the portal, because they were talking about that earlier. Yeah, I don't think this is a one-to-one of like this section of Blackreach or the section of Blackreach that we had in the Markarth DLC for ESO, but it is giving me very similar vibes. And there were different portals and things of that nature in the Markarth DLC as well. I'm just gonna save real fast. They did a very good job with effects. Oh! Oh god, what are you? Okay, let's go ahead and use another Namiric Vapor. I'm not gonna have a whole lot left. Okay. You are gonna be a little tricky, aren't you? Let's summon the Void Shade. Could use some help. Let's try the Trident. Oh god, oh, they're teleporting. They're teleporting. Where are they? Oh god, they're using different spells and abilities, which, I mean, that's cool, because then it makes the fight more interesting. They resisted the spell that takes 200. Oh my god, they resisted the spell that takes 200 magicka to cast. Oh, they just executed my summon. They just executed my shade. Well, this is why it requires, or not, this is why it requires, this is why it recommends dynamic animation replacer. Got it. Understood. I love the different spells and whatnot. I love their abilities. It makes for a really unique boss fight. I'm just going to third person so I can see more of their animations and whatnot too. Marked for Death might not be the most useful shout here, but I feel like it's a good one. I also love the armor on them because it looks like it's either a unique armor or a retextured armor. Either way, it does make the enemy feel like they stand out a little bit more. Sound design for the fight's really cool too, just because there are some unique sounds, some unique sound effects. Either for, like, the void lightning that they cast from above. The sound that they make when they appear and disappear, when they teleport in and out. So I'm digging all that right now. Oh, don't tell me they're still alive. Don't tell me they're still up. Sure looked like a death. Oh, I don't think we've seen the last of them. Oh, maybe we did. No, that's gonna be... Wait, no. That wouldn't be my shade, would it? That... I don't think we've seen the last of them. I don't. Ah, there's a missing lever. There's a missing switch. Was wondering what that was gonna do. Defeat Malchus. Wait, this isn't the end of it, is it? I know it's a 2-hour quest. Unless they wanted me to explore the rest of Blackreach first? Yeah, I know they don't really do a whole lot of voice acting for their mods. I know they haven't really done voice acting for their mods in the past, but this would be a situation where it would be cool to have voice acting, because there was the introduction to Malchus, but, you know, having some sort of discussion with them before we just fight would be nice. I am being poisoned, so I just gotta keep an eye on my health. Man, I wish I could teleport that easily, or that often even. I can't teleport at all yet, but wouldn't that be nice? God, they love teleporting. Just the second I'm about to land a hit, oh, and there they go again. So maybe slow time would be a good one to use here. Maybe slow time would be the shout to use instead. Either way, this isn't a bad fight by any means. This is pretty fair. Come back here. Come back here. There you are. There you are. She heard me. She heard me. And... oh, I thought she was dead. Or I thought she was about to die. Wait, finish her off. Oh, oh, oh. Or not. Oh. It's never that easy. It's never that simple, is it? She's tapping into the heart of the Reach. Well, the dark heart of Skyrim, rather. Get down from there. Oh, okay. Nope. Oh, she's not the focus right now. She is not the focus. I was not expecting this many summons. That's a little ridiculous. Oh, that's a little bit much. That's actually, in fact, a lot. I'm gonna summon my own shade, but I don't think it's gonna really help me too much here. Yeah, that's a little excessive. That's a little bit much. Up until now, you had me on a lot of the balancing. This... oh, God, unless there's something I can do to de-summon them? Like, all at once? Like, if I could hit her while she's in that bubble and knock her out and kill her and de-summon all that, that'd be good. But right now, this is a little absurd. If they had done this with as many shades instead of golems, it would be a little better. Like, I would absolutely prefer shades to golems right now if we were gonna have this many enemies, but yeah, just looking at the amount of dots on my compass, looking at the amount of enemies on my compass, a little bit much. Little overkill right now. Oh, don't tell me she's summoning more. Oh, yeah, she is. Alright. That's why I'm sitting here thinking that there's something I have to do to stop her from summoning more. Like, my immediate first thought would be, oh, sit on the throne, but I have a feeling that's not going to do anything right now. I don't know if it's even going to let me. If you're going to summon more enemies, can you at least wait for me to finish off the first wave first? Like, I'm still dealing with the golems from the first patch. I didn't need you to summon the Void Mothers in addition to them. And this is the last enemy that I see. Please be the last one. Please be it. Or if I have to fight the Falling Star Knight again, that's fine. Just don't make me fight them in addition to 800 other things. Oh, and now she is transformed. I think. Did you summon anything? Nope, no. Malchus, the last Nethercaller. Critical strike, at least. Oh, and you're summoning. Should have done. Ooh, alright. Mostly trying to dodge them, but clearly I'm not going to dodge every single one of them. I'm gonna summon my Shade again. Don't know if they're gonna help me whatsoever here, but give it a shot. And going for the attacks. I'm also gonna go ahead and just recharge my sword real quick. Yeah, even though I wasn't crazy about the sheer amount of summons in the second phase of this, I will say that balancing-wise, this is much, much better than the Grand Paladin, the other of Kittytail's mods that I've played. For me, this is much more fair, much more manageable. And that makes me happy. Oh, and there's the portal out. Well, I'm not done here yet, no. Malchus's journal, 10 pieces of the void. Let's take a look. The servants are starting to become a nuisance. Day after day, they annihilate my servants, trying to deny me my one and only wish. I shall send 6 additional animated gargoyles to the surface along with shades and other eldritch beasts to guard them. The gargoyles carry with them living reliquaries, small pieces of the fragment of the dark heart of Lorcan. When the lands above are clear of those who oppose me, the gargoyles and the reagents I have seeded across the land will serve as conduits for the storms I plan to invoke there. The same nightmare came to me again last night, a reminder of the guilt that weighs on my heart. How many more deaths must I cause for the souls of the fellow Nethercallers to be freed? How many more storms must I cast? Why is it not possible to specify what the dark storm will pull from the abyss of the beyond? I ponder sometimes, more times as of late, if the pact with the Masters was a mistake. We have left our haven in the void and returned to Nirn to fight for noble causes. We have used this power to vanquish evil and save lives. Most of us have died doing it, and our masters have claimed the souls of those fallen warriors in the end. They are my dear friends. I grieve for them. I want them back alive and whole, to get to live the rest of their lives. This set of Eldritch Guardians should drive them off from the Reach for the time being, but I'm unsure if they will decide to flee. My time as a servant has taught me that they are persistent but ignorant. A determined bunch, young and naive like I used to be. They exist in the shadows of the Psijic Mages and even the College of Sapiarchs, trying for thousands of years to accomplish something, anything that matters. I sense danger. I peered into the threads of fate and saw it. I saw how it will end. Even if I survive, it is only a matter of time until the Reachmen and the people in Markarth come after me. Yet I cannot bring myself to seal the entrances. I still need more gargoyles and shades with caches of reagents to leave the caverns, preparing to summon more storms above ground. Perhaps the Masters, in their eternal dreams, is watching this whole ordeal playing out. I feel that in the end, it is them who are the victor in my story. Well, you weren't wrong. I'm gonna search the remains to see if I can find any other spells real fast. Oh god, oh you scared me. That's mine, sorry. Alright. I got a little spooked. Destruction spell, Echo Reverbs. A blast of sound that damages targets for 30 points of damage and heals you for that amount. Target staggers. Yes, please. Yeah, I don't think I have too much more to search. I know the portal's already open. I'm wondering if that takes me somewhere back within this section of Blackreach, or if it just teleports me out. Because I don't really want to leave just yet. I still have more to explore down here. But if you focus just on the quest, I wouldn't say the quest was 2 hours. Because right now, from the moment that I started recording till now, which, you know, will involve some edits, some cuts, but from the moment that I started looking for some of the different, not storms, but looking for some of the different echoes, the void echoes above, I'm only at an hour and a half recorded. Wait, hold on. Did they just seal off the rest of the place? Yeah, they sealed it off. I can't go back? Oh, so once you finish the quest, you're done. Once you finish the quest, you can't explore anything else. That's not what I want. No. Alright, well that's why I made so many different saves. I'm going to make a save here. Well, I guess I can just TCL through, right? Like if I TCL through, I can still go back down, right? It shouldn't break anything since there's no more quest. Don't close that off. Don't close that off. Give people the chance to go back and explore more, because you don't know for sure if they would have had a chance to see everything they wanted to see before they finish the boss. And there's no real indicator to make you think that you wouldn't be able to return, you know, without cheating like I did, because you finished the quest. I don't know how feasible it would be, but it would almost be cool if there was some way to have this connect back to Blackreach. Like, after you've discovered this, after you've made it down here, if you could find some sort of tonal key that connected you back to main Blackreach, that way, once again, you can come back here at your own leisure. And I get it, aside from the quest, there's maybe not as much to do here anyway, but at least let me have the option to come back. At least give me the ability to make that decision for myself, even if there isn't anything else to do here after. Because yeah, there was this whole section here that I hadn't gone through yet. That could also just be a dead end. This door right here could be a dead end, but it wasn't tied to the quest. And I really didn't know that once I went over there that, oh, well, mod's over, go home. Mod's over, get out. Now I realize this could very well just be a dead end. It is. Okay. Well, no, because now I hear the void energies. Dwarven crossbow. A tonal glyph container. Here we go. Glyph of haste, you move 10% faster. And from what I saw on the mod page, what happens is you equip these, but it doesn't take up one of your regular inventory slots. It doesn't use up your jewelry, your amulet, your armor. It just acts as a little bit of a bonus. Yeah, I would love if the mod page did list, like, a full list of where to go to find the tonal glyphs. But once again, there was a cool reward down here, and cutting the player off from being able to come back here and discover it after beating the main quest, you know, it's denying the player a chance to find that if they just focused on the quest first. Well, in that case, that should be everything here in the lightless cavern of Blackreach. I still hear some void energy still, though, so I'm going to take one last look around the place before I leave. After that, we'll head back to the surface, and I'll see if I can find some of these glyphs, because I do want to find those. Fortunately, they should all be contained to the reach. They should all just be within the reach, so hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier in tracking those down. In addition to finding the spells on void enemies, you can also go ahead and make the rest of them, any ones that you're missing, at a smelter. All you need is human hearts and pieces of the void. So you likely won't have enough pieces of the void to make all the spells just from completing the quest itself. However, if you do go out and you do find some of the other void spots, you'll likely have enough to make whatever you're missing. So in this case, I'm going to make some of them now, so we can try those out. Falling Star Knight uses a lot. Falling Star Knight uses 8 pieces and 3 hearts, so I might not have enough
busy with the smelter
to make everything, but I wanted to go out and find more of the
got metal to shape.
The void spots anyway. Let's
I saw you with the
wait
Forsworn.
till night
By the old gods, that was something.
and see if we can find some more of these void echoes. One thing that would have been really cool is
Disrespect
if
the law, and you disrespect me.
defeating Malchus maybe gave a map of where she thought the other void echoes would be. Or if the mod even had some sort of side quest or miscellaneous quest to track down some of the different void spots. Just because it would be nice to have, I guess, just a clearer means to find some of them. Because as it is, I've already wandered around for quite a bit, and I've only found a couple and still haven't found any of the tonal glyphs that I want. Oh, here we go. I think I found one. I guess the real question is going to be if I actually find one of the glyphs here. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, and I missed. I missed with my spell. Well, here's what we'll do. Conjuration, summon... Another Stone Golem, Falling Star Knight. Oh, that uses 534 magic? I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Wait, if I use the Potent Nemiric Vapor, I think I have just enough. Can't really see much because of all the blizzards, but I'll just let him deal with it. If I had that spell, if I had gotten that spell for the final boss fight, that would have made things much better. It actually would have been cool if maybe defeating the Falling Star Knight gave me the spell tome. Like, that could have been a really good way to do it. That could have been a very good way to do it. The other thing I need to check is I want to check an alchemy station to see if there is a way for me to make more of the Nemiric vapors, because those are super useful. Taking him a little bit of time, but honestly, this was worth it. Just watching him do this is fantastic. Oh, he's dead! Alright, well, fine, I'll do some of this too. Well, he helped significantly. He did a lot, frankly. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a, glyphic container here either. It does make me wonder if these are randomly placed, or if they spawn in over time. So maybe I won't even be able to find them, like, now in one go. Maybe it's something that where I would have to just keep on playing for, well, who knows how long. And there you go. Summon Falling Star Knight. Would you look at that? My prayers have been answered. They did drop it in the end. Alright, we have another spot. Oh, is this gonna be one of them? Well, I got the vapor, but it's just a regular chest. Unfortunately. This one is my 4 skull outpost, 4 look outpost. Whatever it's called. You would think after all these years I would remember some of these names, but it's, well, the thing if I mainly play mods, so unless these locations pop up in mods, no, I don't necessarily remember them completely. It is much easier trying to find these locations at night, though. It is much easier trying to find these spots at night. I am going to keep looking a little bit longer to see if I can find some of the spots. But what I might also do is if I really can't find any of the glyphics, I will just look it up via console commands and show you what they do. But like I said, this is why I very much recommend this as part of a full playthrough. That way you have the ability to find these just over time. I also need to find out what the ritual totems do. Because the model for the ritual totem is... it's the same as, the totem that you have to find for the companions. But I don't know if these are specific to something in the mod. So in total, there are 4 tonal glyph containers and 4 tonal glyphs. Glyph of Stamina, Endurance, Mind, and Haste. Give me 1 second and I can show you what each of them do. Endurance, increase your health by 25 points. Mind, Magicka by 25 points. And Stamina for 25 points. And the nice thing is you can have all of these equipped at once, which I think is really good, and it does provide some really useful buffs and a good incentive to try and find the glyphic chests. Although, like I said, I looked around for a while, I didn't find all of them, so I am wondering if it might be time-gated and you only find them over time. If they only spawn, like, the more you play, the longer that you play this. So ultimately, I don't know if there is anything you can do with the ritual totem. I didn't see anything that would indicate that I can make more of the Nemiric vapor. But I really like those potions, and that's another incentive to try and find more of those void spots as well, because you are able to find more of those potions at those spots. Like I said, I think this is a mod where you'll find more and more stuff and unlock more secrets and whatnot as time goes on, so... as is often the case here on Skyrim Saturday, there are some mods that it's harder to really cover everything just in one sit-down session. There are things that you uncover more of, that you find more along the lines of a full playthrough, if you have this alongside, you know, a complete and total playthrough. Thank you for watching Darkstorm, Heart of the Reach, here on Skyrim Saturday. This was a pretty straightforward quest and dungeon, and I found it to be really enjoyable. The mod really shines in its level design, decorations, and ambiance. Combat and encounters were mostly well done, although the amount of summons during the final boss fight were not really that great in my book. The use of the new enemies, some of which were retextures and others that were more unique, made the encounters stand out much more, and made the mod feel much more unique as a result. The new spells were mostly fun, and the new books explaining the story gave some nice background. I do wish we could have had some sort of voice acting for the final boss, as some of their journal could have been conveyed through dialogue as we fought them. Having Malchus yell out about the Seraphs, her masters, the threads of fate, and so on during the fight really would have added to the experience. More than anything, I wish they didn't cut off the new sections of Arkanthans and Blackreach upon completion of the quest. Or at least give us a better indicator prior to starting the final fight. Once you enter the portal that crosses the bridge, you're locked into a point of no return, despite not really having any indication of that. I get it, the books and notes mention the earthquakes, likely trying to hint at the fact that everything will be sealed off after, but I don't think it's quite intuitive enough. If you're looking for more ESO-inspired mods for your game, this is one that I definitely recommend. While there were some minor things that could be improved upon, this is a solid experience. It's a fun one-off quest, and a chance to get some really good Void-themed spells to help mix up the rest of a playthrough. If you'd like to see me play some games other than Skyrim, check out my streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions, where I typically stream 4 times a week. Between that and all the YouTube videos I've uploaded over the years, you'll likely be sick of me in no time at all. I'll see you guys next time, here on Skyrim Saturday. Bye bye.